G'day, I'm Patrick from Douglas Fir Design. Welcome to the Router Bits. The last piece of equipment which you can purchase separately to go along with this is the Mortice hinge, lock and flute jig. What it is this set of jaws which has a micro adjusting thing, and you then screw that onto the existing base plate with the holes that it provides. Now there's a couple of different positions you can put it, and that will just determine the size that the jaws are able to go. So if you're doing quite small work, you can put them closer together on the board. If you're doing really large pieces, you put them further apart. It's pretty self-explanatory. You use the little screws provided, you screw it down onto the base plate, and then when you flip it over, you can actually tighten or loosen those jaws to really grab on to the piece of wood that you want to put a mortise in. Now this is specifically designed for doing a mortise in the edge of a piece like this, which is tricky any other way. Gets you really nice firm jaws on the side so it won't slide around, really nice and accurate. You can still use the micro adjusting feature on the top plate to get your router bit exactly where you need to go. Now obviously this is a plunging feature, so a spiral bit works really well, or some other straight bit that has the ability to plunge will just give you a much better result. While I'm standing here, this jig can also do a couple of other things. If you make the jaws really wide, you could use it to create flutes in say a decorative post that might be like the edge of a fireplace or a mantelpiece. So imagine an edge of a mantelpiece has like 3 nice flutes running down it, match that on the other side. If you make these jaws wide, you can put a fluting bit in the router and you can use that to make decorative flutes with this as well. But the thing that I'm most interested in is the ability to do really nice accurate mortises in the edge of a piece like this. So that's given us a really neat little mortise. I had to do it in 2 passes, which you saw going down the left side and then the right. That was just because the only 1/4 inch spiral bit I had was a little 7mm one. So with my larger router, I could use a much larger spiral bit and that would do it in 1 pass, or some other router bit that can both plunge and cut your mortise neatly. As with any deep cut like this, do it in a few different passes. You don't want to go a full 19mm deep in 1 pass. You'll be pushing too much vibration into the walls of this mortise, which won't make it as neat or as tight or as strong for your joinery. So that works really well, really easily. I might have mentioned this before, but there's actually 2 screw points on the inside of these jaws, so you can add additional material in there, which gives you even more stability if you're working on the really thin edge of a piece of timber.